So I actually just recorded this video and it didn't record, which is super weird to me, but I'll do it again. Hmm. So that makes me think somebody does need to hear it, huh? So, anyways, it's just a story about when I pulled my kids out of school to homeschool them. So here it goes again. um, it started with them telling me that my son had lost the book. And I was like, okay, well, let's look for it. So he came home. We looked everywhere. We couldn't find it. And I'm like, it can't be here because we really did. We looked everywhere, and there's not a lot of places you can hide a book. So I'm like, it must be at the school. And they were saying, and it must be at home. And so we were kind of going back and forth. And I'm like, no, the book's at the school. But anyways, I'm over it. I just went to the school and I'm like, I'm going to look myself. Okay. So I go into the classroom. I started looking through desk. I'm looking around. I'm just, looking because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look. But what happened was while I was there, the teacher was talking. She was like freely speaking. Now I've been around her before because I met her during open house and, you see them when you pick them up. But around her in this atmosphere where she was freely speaking was a little different because I got to hear her like just freely, just talking. And it was just like, oh, he's always this and he's always that. And it was just the things she was saying. I was a little like, wow, that's interesting because we were in the beginning of September. We're in the beginning of the school year. I can't imagine how you could already have an always view of any student. I am a teacher. I don't know half my kids' names by then. But you have in your mind, he's always this and always that. So that tells me that the other teachers have already put some type of view of my child in your head, and that's what you're running with. And it's not a positive one. So I'm letting her talk, So I didn't find the book. So I leave, I go home, whatever. The next day they call and they're like, oh, we found it. Another student had the book and had changed the name or whatever. And excuse me. I'm like, absolutely. I know you did because I told you it was there. And now that I think about it, there wasn't even an apology to my son. Like, because you were really accusing him like he lost it. He had to lose it. He's always this. He's always that. And I'm chiming in. I told you he didn't lose it. So what you calling me a liar too? But anyways, so I still wasn't happy because at this point, I don't even care about the book. It's not about the book. It's about how you treated him when he was trying to tell you, and even treated me really, because I'm at the school looking, because y'all acting like, what we doing? I'm not buying a new book when I told you, it's at that place. But so I get on the line with the principal, and I just was sharing with him, and even sharing with him how she was speaking, and I just didn't like the response I got from him or her or any of it at that point. And I just decided to pull my kids out because this is the thing. I am a teacher. I speak life. Every day. That's one of the main things I do. I'm a math teacher. I teach math, but second in line is I speak life into these kids. And actually, I might speak more life than math, to be honest, because that's just what I do. So I'm there speaking life into these kids and other people's children. Meanwhile, my kids are having someone speak death over them. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. So no, I pulled them out. And this wasn't even a public school. They were in a private school. But the thing is, you can't pick who works there. You can't pick who's their teacher is, who's speaking to them. And since they've been home, even I've had to rebuild his self-esteem and his confidence, and because they were picking at it like, oh, you're, and labeling him, oh, you're always this, you're always that, and putting in his head that he's the bad kid, and he's not any of those things. He's great. He's abundant. You can't put those negative thoughts into a child and expect them to succeed. So no, we're not doing that. So yeah, I pulled him out. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right. Carry on. I forgot to add this part. It wasn't just that they found the book, because I gave my kids $20 as a reward. And I said, you tell all your friends $20 to the person that finds the book. So me offering a reward, another student found the book and turned it in that another student had and had written the name. So It wasn't like they just start looking again because I was requesting that they look. No, no, no. I offered it to the students, and that's what broke open the case. So, because you're not going to play with me, I'm going to find this book. So, yeah. And then they didn't even let the kid keep the $20 reward. They took the $20 reward from him, I heard. But anyways, yeah, carry on.